came to be recorded by a complete stranger, Hans Holbein. The model of an event which took place 35 years ago, the Allied landing at Anzio in Italy, and paying a sentimental visit with his wife to the beachhead, ex-Fusilier Christopher Hayes. With the Allies bogged down in a war of attrition at Cassino, Allied High Command decided on a thrust towards Rome, using Anzio as the point of penetration. Meeting for discussions, General Eisenhower, Supreme Allied Commander, Air Vice Marshal Tedder, and Field Marshal Montgomery. The operation was meticulously and brilliantly organized down to the last detail. On the day of the landing, the Allied invasion fleet, landing craft, huge transports and naval escorts caught the Nazis completely by surprise. Now it was the Allies' turn to have all the war material they needed where they needed it. The landings were made at dawn. Anzio had taken a hammering, but as the Great Armada moved up from Salerno, reinforcements of men and material came steadily ashore. At this point, in spite of mounting opposition, the operation was going according to plan. The German General Kesselring had already committed his reserves to Cassino and was caught completely flat-footed. But there was fierce fighting to come. Meanwhile, Anzio itself was transformed in a matter of hours from a peaceful seaport to a thundering theater of war. Since then, like the phoenix, Anzio has risen from the ashes. It's again a peaceful seaside resort. Once the old port of Antium, it has seen the Roman Caesars, the mighty galleys of the day, and 2,000 years of history come and go. 35 years ago, Allied and Nazi shells tore most of the town to shreds. Townsfolk and soldiers roamed among the ruins. On the road to Rome, troops moved up as resistance stiffened. Fighting became bloody. Top brass came to have a look. General Alexander, Admiral Trowbridge, and the American General Mark Clark. They seem pleased with progress so far. Anzio, where these tremendous events took place, is a town of memories, especially for ex-Fusilier Hayes. He scoops up sand to take back to his home, now in Perth, Australia. Here, 35 years ago, amid the carnage of war, he stumbled upon the cowering, terrified figure of a 6-year-old Italian war orphan, Angelita Rossi. The Italians, though they were enemies at the time, have never forgotten how Hayes and his patrol, though in constant danger, fed, clothed and protected the little girl through 9 of the fiercest days of the fighting. Visiting dignitaries and townsfolk await the unveiling of a statue commemorating the event. The story of Fusilier Hayes and Angelita seems to have touched a responsive chord in Italian hearts. Chris Hayes has become a folk hero. Now, in this International Year of the Child, Angelita Rossi will be remembered not only by one man, but by the world. Old enemies meet again in peace. But what of Angelita Rossi? On the 9th day of the Battle of Anzio, she was killed by shrapnel, dying in the arms of her rescuer, Christopher Hayes. Soldiers make a mockery of war, although the fighting at Anzio was among the most terrible of the campaign. The Nazis rallied. Kesselring had mustered 125,000 crack troops, but eventually the Allies broke through to Rome. Today, on the old Roman road, the toll of war can be counted in neat white crosses, thousands of them, in the American cemetery at Nettuno. The mistakes and miscalculations of Anzio will probably be discussed for many years to come. The price of those mistakes now lie peacefully at the beachhead war cemetery in Anzio itself. These are the resting places of British soldiers from a dozen regiments, carefully tended by the War Graves Commission. The only clean thing in war, someone once called these headstones of the dead. 35 years ago, Anzio was fought and then forgotten because there were other bigger battles to fight. But it was a phase, it was won, and at that time, that was all that mattered.